The following was a video from the early 2000s that apparently had been shared by a group of friends who were investigating an urban legend. It is said that this house was used for many evil rituals in the past, and that to this day the spirits of long-forgotten times can still be seen ever so often. Of course, the group didn't think these ghost stories to be valid, and they searched one particular room, which, based on their report, felt a bit strange. As they were investigating the collapsed floor, there appeared an anomaly in the background. A transparent-looking thing is coming out of the floorboard. It has two black holes for eyes, which makes the cameraman retreat in fear, making the group believe that this was a real ghost for sure. Could this be? Maybe the ghost stories are true after all. Let's explore a recording captured by a security camera in Craiova, Romania, on a weeknight in July. In this footage, we observe an unusual figure moving slowly alongside a parked car. Its limbs appear atypical, leading us to question whether it could truly be a human being. While some viewers suggest it resembles a person, the peculiar shape of its head and extremities makes this sighting quite baffling. This video raises intriguing questions. Could this just be an ordinary individual, or might it be something far more strange and mysterious? The ambiguity leaves us pondering what exactly we are witnessing. The next video was uploaded by a woman who claims to have felt that her bedroom is haunted for some time. One night, while she was alone, she noticed a strange movement out of the corner of her eye. Curious, she looked closer and discovered something so unsettling and mysterious that she felt compelled to record it. In her footage, a face belonging to someone or something appears pressed against the glass of a drawer. However, when she opens it to investigate, she finds nothing inside. This eerie moment has led to much speculation, with some viewers suggesting it might be a sinister entity, while others believe it could simply be an example of where our brains misinterpret random patterns as familiar shapes, like faces. Is it a real supernatural presence, or could it just be an illusion created by our minds? A woman managing an Airbnb has been receiving some unsettling comments in her guest book from guests who recently stayed at her property. The most recent entry revealed that upon arriving at night, the formerly charming old house felt strangely eerie. The guests were particularly disturbed by an old porcelain doll they found hidden in a cupboard, along with an antique music box. With its colonial architecture and a mysterious attic room, the house has an inherent spooky vibe. Things took a chilling turn when a new set of guests spent 5 nights there. They reported hearing unsettling sounds coming from a locked attic door on 3 of those nights. Concerned by these reports, the owner decided to install cameras in the attic and stay at the property for a week to see if anything unusual would happen. One night, she heard something truly terrifying and quickly grabbed her phone to record.
This whole time I'm getting ring notifications that there is motion in my attic, and mind you, we moved the camera to the small room off of the attic. So like the timing right now is a little crazy. Thomas!
During this frightening experience, her phone buzzed continuously with alerts about motion detected in the attic. To heighten the tension, the camera had already been moved to a small room next door. While she listened to the disturbing footsteps, the attic camera kept notifying her of movement, but the footage showed nothing. Just a few moments later, the camera captured motion again, revealing something truly spine-chilling. Watch closely. The attic door moved by itself, which was especially unsettling since the owner insisted there was no breeze to account for it. Even on the windiest days, it shouldn't have swayed like that. The most haunting aspect, pointed out by many in the comments, was the ghostly face that seemed to materialize at the bottom of the door as it opened. You can clearly make out what looks like a face, its mouth slowly closing before it vanishes into the darkness behind the door. This eerie occurrence has led many to speculate that the historic house might be haunted. Could it be that someone met a tragic end in that attic? The next video doesn't provide much context, but like many such recordings, it certainly tells a compelling story. It begins with 2 employees working late at night. One of them, named Curtis, mentions that their building is believed to be haunted, with numerous strange incidents reported over time. He notes that the second floor is where most of the activity happens. As Curtis speaks with his coworker, a peculiar noise echoes from the second floor. Knowing that someone needs to investigate, Curtis volunteers to head upstairs. However, as soon as he arrives, it becomes clear that he might regret his decision to go alone. Although it's uncertain why he brought a camera, it seems he hoped to capture evidence of the paranormal, given the building's haunted reputation. As he explores the dimly lit floor, he inadvertently captures something unsettling on video.
One by one nè lo cứ kan no nu one kawai hai no ka mga tabani ho kan no.
It appears that Curtis has recorded a shadowy figure lurking in one of the rooms. He only notices this dark shape later, while reviewing the footage. What's particularly chilling is that this figure vanished before he could enter the room to check it out. Just like the viewers, Curtis is left wondering what or who this entity might be. This isn't the only eerie moment caught on camera. Earlier in the video, as Curtis walks past the door, another figure seems to hide from view. It's unclear whether this was the same entity or merely an innocuous piece of furniture. Given the building's haunted reputation, however, many viewers are inclined to think it could be something more sinister. What do you think Curtis recorded? Could it be evidence of a haunting, or is there another explanation? User LGAP recently moved into a new apartment and claims he's been experiencing numerous supernatural events since settling in. Living alone, he notes that similar occurrences took place in his old house, but they weren't as intense. One day, while recording a video to explain his absence to his followers, something strange happens.
Amigos, no he podido subir Spotlight ni contenido aquí en Snapchat porque me estoy mudando. Apenas acabo de llegar a este departamento completamente nuevo, de verdad, mil disculpas, pero ya les prometo que ahora sí, en estos días, Estoy solo y me acaban de cerrar la puerta que está atrás de mí, que es la del baño. No es la primera vez que me pasa, justo eso les iba a decir, no es la primera vez que me pasa. No es la primera vez que me pasa, se los juro, y no hay nadie. No hay nadie. No es la primera vez que me pasa. No hay.
The bathroom door behind him slams shut on its own. Another night, he wakes up around 3 a.m. to unsettling noises. Grabbing his phone to document the situation, he ventures out to investigate and captures something truly chilling.
Son las 3:30 de la noche y estoy escuchando ruidos muy extraños. Lo más perturbador de todo es que la luz del baño está prendida y no hay nadie. No hay nadie. Voy a apagarla porque neta me está dando miedo. Hay alguien al fondo. Hay alguien al fondo. Hay alguien al fondo. Ya no hay nadie. Ahí está. ¿Pero por qué? Si la prendo desaparece. No hay nada. No hay nada.
He notices the bathroom lights are on. As he approaches to turn them off, he spots a dark, eerie figure with a pale gray face standing by the door. However, when he flips on the lights, the figure vanishes without a trace. Frightened, he decides to leave the lights on for comfort and tries to go back to sleep. Unfortunately, he's soon awakened again by more disturbing sounds, this time coming from above him.
No hay nadie. Y esto tiene candado, no se puede abrir. No se puede abrir. ¡Qué mierda! Ay, yo ya me voy de aquí.
Determined to find the source, he heads up the stairs, only to find the attic door swinging open by itself. A creepy figure briefly peeks out from the door before disappearing. But when he goes to investigate, there's no one there. A few days later, the power goes out, prompting him to light candles around his home. As he does, he starts hearing spooky noises coming from outside. What he sees next is truly terrifying.
Hace un rato se me fue la luz y he estado escuchando ruidos muy extraños afuera. Prendí unas velas, pero ya me dio miedo salir, porque ya los ruidos ya empeoraron. Hay alguien parado. Hay alguien parado. Hay alguien parado. ¿Qué quieres? ¿Quién eres? Se le ve la cara pálida, se le ve la cara pálida. ¿Quién eres? Por favor, ya déjame. Ya déjame. No hay nada, no hay nada, no hay nada, no hay nada.
Right next to the bathroom, he spots a silhouette covered by a black sheet, as if a person were hiding beneath it. But when he pulls the sheet away, he discovers there's no one there. This experience frightens him so much that he decides to call someone to bless his apartment. So was this a genuine ghost encounter, or simply a well-crafted hoax? What do you think? Let's revisit the unsettling case of Tristan, who has dedicated his account to documenting the haunting he's experienced over the past 2 years. Often when he's home alone, he hears disembodied footsteps echoing around him, along with eerie bangs and knocks that seem to come from within the walls. For a few weeks, the activity in his apartment quieted down, leading him to believe that the disturbances had finally ceased. However, this calm was short-lived. One day, Tristan suddenly heard a clear knocking sound coming from his bathroom. When he swung open the door, he found no one inside. Determined to prove there was no one hiding, he scanned the room thoroughly. But then, the ominous knocks began again, this time emanating from his second bathroom. He opened that door too, only to discover once more that he was alone. Just 3 days later, while trying to fall asleep, loud bangs erupted throughout his apartment. Instantly alert, he grabbed his phone to record the incident. As he captured the moment, the banging grew louder and more aggressive as he walked toward the hallway. He recorded the living room, dining room, and kitchen, but there was still no one in sight. Tristan's experiences raise unsettling questions. What could be causing these disturbances, and will they ever come to an end? The footage we're about to discuss was uploaded by Rochelle G. She captured something quite unsettling while exploring an abandoned house. This property used to belong to a married couple, the Evinrudes, who were known for their joyful life together. Tragically, their story took a dark turn when an intruder broke in one night, resulting in their passing. Heartbroken, the couple's family decided against selling the house, honoring their memory. Eventually, they opted to rent it out, but tenants soon reported strange occurrences, ranging from drastic temperature shifts to shadowy figures seen outside the windows. Many renters left, spooked by the unsettling atmosphere, and the house was left vacant. When Rochelle entered the home, she aimed to document any paranormal activity. However, she unknowingly captured something eerie on camera. As she explored the dimly lit rooms, an unexpected moment occurred that required close attention. While panning the camera toward a door, a shadowy silhouette resembling a hand briefly appears in the corner of the frame before vanishing behind the doorway. Rochelle, unaware of what she had just filmed, approaches the spot where the hand was seen, only to find the area completely empty. This moment is particularly chilling because it aligns with the location where Mrs. Evinrude was tragically found. Could this be the ghostly figure of Mrs. Evinrude? Or might it have been a squatter watching her? Given the layout of the area, which has no exits, it's difficult to say for sure. One thing is certain, though, after what she experienced on camera, Rochelle has no plans to return to that house anytime soon. A user named Our Haunted House has recently shared a series of unsettling clips that hint at a dark truth. His home seems to be afflicted by paranormal activity. The account documents bizarre occurrences, including doors creaking open unexpectedly, flickering lights, and his dog barking at invisible presences. Eager to capture these strange happenings, he created the account to showcase his eerie footage. In one notable clip, he's alone at night when his dog begins to act strangely, sensing something ominous outside.
What the just happened?
My dog just started barking for no reason. Let's see. Holy.
Compelled to record, he points his camera out the window, where he suddenly spots a shadowy figure standing still in the darkness. Rushing to the door to investigate, he finds that the figure has vanished, leaving only a chilling silence. Viewers cautioned him that by opening the door, he might have invited something malevolent inside. A few nights later, while wandering through his home, he catches a brief glimpse of something out of the corner of his eye. When he turns to look, he sees nothing. After checking the room and finding it empty, he turns off a light. Almost immediately, he feels a creeping sensation that someone is watching him, filling him with dread. Unsettled, he decides to reposition one of his security cameras to monitor the room more closely. After cycling the light on and off repeatedly, all appears well until the camera captures something truly disturbing.
I found the Shadow Man again.
When the lights go out, a shadowy figure appears, standing silently in the dark. But as the lights flicker back on, it disappears. After posting this footage online, a viewer speculated that the figure was hiding behind a curtain. To clarify, he readjusts the camera, showing that the area behind the curtain is empty. They wait in silence, cycling the lights once again.
Look behind the curtain.
And the figure reappears as the lights go out, vanishing just as quickly when illuminated. After this, there's a pause in the figure's appearances. But one night, while relaxing, he feels an unsettling presence in the room. In a bid to gather more evidence, he pulls out his phone and records, capturing a pair of eerie yellow eyes watching him from the darkness before they vanish. As the situation intensifies, he seeks relief through prayer. He lights candles and burns sage throughout the house, hoping to rid himself of whatever is tormenting him. However, as he walks with the sage in hand, he suddenly feels a jolt of fear from behind. Looking up, he spots a pair of glowing eyes peering down at him from high above, triggering a panic that's palpable on camera. In the following days, strange noises continue to haunt him, including ghostly whispers outside his bathroom door. One night, as he's preparing for bed, he discovers an eerie message written on his bathroom mirror.
I heard him.
He suspects the Shadow Man is responsible for these ominous notes. At the same time, while he's confronting the message, a different camera captures something unsettling in another room. A figure slowly appears, watching him with a chilling presence. After this frightening revelation, activity seems to halt for a while. So, what do you believe is going on in his home? Is it genuinely haunted? Following clips come from user MVRTNES from Chile, who believes his apartment may be haunted by a poltergeist who is communicating by knocking on doors and disturbing objects around the house. Poltergeists are a type of paranormal phenomenon, a supernatural entity, often associated with mischievous or disruptive activities, so it makes sense that a poltergeist might be responsible for these strange occurrences. In this video, Martinez starts filming when he hears the ghostly knocking.
Conche su madre, weón. Estaba viendo una película, weón, y como que, weón, estaban golpeando la puerta, te lo juro, te lo juro, te lo juro, te lo juro. No, weón. Concha. Conche su madre, weón. Ay, weón. A mí no me dan tanto miedo estas weón, pero es que estoy solo, weón, de verdad. Otras veces he estado acompañado, no sé, o con mi mamá, no sé, pero ahora yo vivo solo y esta weón. No. Ya, pues, weón. Ay, weón. Ya. Uy, weón, me asusté con el reflejo, concha su madre. No, weón, sí. No hay nadie, weón, este closet no. Uy. Se cayó esa weá, weón. Estoy yo nomás, weón, será. La ropa. Escuché sonar la sombra.
Things begin to escalate when his lights start to flicker, and then it seems some force even knocks over the lamp in the bedroom.
Bueno, ya estoy ordenando aquí la ropa porque ya como me tengo que ir y desocupar todo lo que es el departamento. Tengo que obviamente sacar toda la... Ya no puedo hacer nada, pero estaba ordenando y de nuevo se cayeron cosas. Ya obviamente se vuelve como un poquito normal, entre comillas. Pero no voy a negar que me da un poquito de miedo. Y obviamente tengo que desocupar acá. Y cortar el hueveo, weón. Ustedes escucharon ahí. Acabo de salir de acá y no, ya estaba todo en su lugar. Ya.
In this next clip, Martinez captures something very strange in his
Pero
kitchen.
bueno, ¿qué le vamos a hacer?
Notice the way the chair moves completely on its own, and as he pans over to the other side, we do see there's no person or objects that could have possibly moved the bar stool.
Estoy, ¿cómo se dice? Un poquito ya cansado, como que no... Cosa que pasa, cosa que suena, que se cae, ya es como... Chucha. Ya es como, ya, pico. ¿Qué le voy a hacer? De nuevo se me agotó la memoria, pero... Bueno, yo no sé... No sé qué más decirles, qué más hacer, ya les mostré. Ni siquiera quería subir esto, pero creo que grabando igual como que me siento un poquito más acompañado porque ustedes saben. No pesquemos, no pesquemos, pero conchizo, madre. Es que es imposible no pescar, weón, si está...
Let me know, is this the work of a poltergeist or something else?
Oh.
The next videos were recorded by Chris, who, after dabbling with a Ouija board when his cousin stayed over, had to deal with some terrifying activity. And easy to say, he had opened a door to something from another world.
I heard it, but I didn't see it. I still hear it. You can hear that, can't you? I can. It sound like tapping. Everybody's like, oh, it's the hutch. It's the hutch. It's like the second time tonight.
Something invisible seems to be playing around with this man's furniture and even spooking his dog. Let's see how this case develops in the future.